Heyo! You may have noticed I was gone from daily a few days last week. Well, I was out driving this vehicle, the new Volkswagen Taos. But before we get into what I thought, here's a VW rep to go over some of the changes.
Hello there, my name is Mike Stevens. We are in beautiful Texas talking about the new 2025 Taos facelift. So we launched Taos in 2022. It's our first facelift. In my opinion, it's much more than a facelift. We've touched the front, we've touched the rear, we've touched the interior, we've touched the engine, we've touched the transmission, we've touched a lot. So I'm gonna run through real fast what we've done. So up front, we have a sleek, more substantial looking bumper. My favorite part about the front is the headlights. So these are projector LEDs. On the previous model, you had to get the SEL to get the projectors. So you get projectors and the signature DRLs. So every trim is going to look super, super premium. Moving on to the rear, we've gone to a connected taillight design. Again, standard with a illuminated rear logo. Again, that is standard. So every trim is going to look phenomenal from the exterior, especially at night. All right, so I mentioned that we have an upgraded engine. All right, so it's still a 1.5 turbo, more horsepower. So how have they done that? So they upgraded the pistons, the injectors, the intercooler's a little bit bigger, a bunch of small things to give you that added horsepower. As far as transmission goes, the previous version model, the all-wheel drive, had a DSG. We found in this segment that customers want a traditional transmission. So both the front-wheel drive and the all-wheel drive will get a standard 8-speed automatic, whereas previously the all-wheel drive got the 7-speed DSG.
And how about horsepower numbers?
It gets bumped up, so we go from 158 to 174. All right, as far as interior goes, we have a brand new dashboard. What we're calling a semi-floating display now, which pops up towards the driver. It's a standard 8 inches now, whereas before on our S we had a 6.5-inch screen. And we've tried to improve the quality a little bit. Previously the S had hard plastic door panels, and we've gone to a standard leatherette. And they vary a little bit based on the trim you get. So this is an SEL, so you have the lines of stitching. Now we have Climatronic Touch on our SE, which to me is super easy to use and looks super premium.
And then how about some of the safety aspects of the vehicle?
Yeah, so safety is a huge part of our brand. In 2024, we made the decision to make IQ Drive standard across all car lines. And so we've continued that strategy into 25. So you get IQ Drive standard across all trims.
Now, to tell you the truth, I don't have a whole lot to say about the new Taos. It's a very nice overall vehicle. It drives and handles nicely. I like the fact that it doesn't have really low-profile wheels. There's a good amount of room for your passengers and for your stuff. And I think the materials and tech are a good fit for its segment. My only real gripe with the new Taos is that it's a little slow off the line. There was one point in my drive where I needed it to get up and go, and it was a little slower than I wanted it. I suspect the old 7-speed dual-clutch trans was a little better off the line than the new 8-speed traditional trans. But the new setup also improves combined fuel economy by 1 mpg. So there's other benefits other than improved low-speed drivability. Pricing ranges from about $26,500 to over $36,000 for a top-line all-wheel drive model. And we think it's a solid competitor when stacked up against the competition. So far this year, Taos sales are up nearly 9%. It's VW's bestseller in Canada and Mexico, and it's its 4th bestseller in the US, where it will sell about 60,000 units this year.